guys, it's Melissa. I don't usually do this and you don't usually see me in this little corner of my office, but if you have a small craft area, if you are someone who goes to craft fairs and is doing customization on the go or in small spaces, I have all of my favorites in mini today. I'm so excited to show you that on this 6.5-foot table, which is also including me, I have a heat press, an embroidery machine, a laser machine, a sublimation printer, a print and cut machine, and a silhouette cutting machine, and room for me and my booty. So there are plenty of things that you can find out on the market that are mini that will allow you to fit stuff in a small space. Now, just because it's small doesn't mean it necessarily has a small price tag, although usually if something is on the smaller side, it is a smaller version of something that is bigger, and sometimes that means features that aren't quite as advanced, or in the case of like this embroidery machine, this is an embroidery only as opposed to embroidery and sewing, or in the case of the heat press, it's 12 by 15 instead of 15 by 15, things like that. But let me give you a closer look at some of these things, and I have links to everything in the description below. Of course, you will have to pick your favorites, but if you are what I call a dining room table crafter, where you have a small little area, or like I said, if you're doing craft shows and things on the go, these are all items that are super easy, light, and portable. All right, let's take a look. Okay, so first up we have the 12 by 15 craft press. So that is, or excuse me, this is 9 by 12 craft press. So this is large enough for a, large, or I would say oversized medium HTV on a shirt. Obviously you can do sublimation on it as well. It's very light, very easy to use, and certainly somewhere that can fit in a small space. Next, we have the xTool F1. So this is definitely a laser that is meant to be used on the go. It is extremely popular with people who do markets and craft fairs, different things like that, because as you can see, it is very small and easy to move around. Again, here is the Brother Skitch. This is brand new. It is a small, I'll give you a closer look here. It is a small portable embroidery only machine. It has a 4x4 hoop that I don't actually obviously have right here with it, but I will tell you it's kind of a square model. It comes out about like that. And again, another item that is portable and small for if you have a narrow space or you're working on the go. This table is 78 inches long. Here is the halfway mark. So we're talking about all three of those in about a 35-inch space, and we've got some decent room on either side. Then we have the silhouette portrait. This silhouette portrait, if you are familiar at all with my story, is where it all began. This is the very first machine that I had. It is where Silhouette School blog and YouTube comes from. I put a UVDTF. The irony of that is the original versus what's new at this time is UVDTF. But this is a silhouette cutting machine, single blade obviously, 9-inch wide, but can do print and cut, can cut vinyl, can cut HTV. Again, very light, easy. A lot of people use these like in their campers or again on the go. Next, I have a sublimation printer. This is my Epson F170. As you can see, I do have it on a printer stand, which I will also link to because I get asked about this printer stand probably more than anything else in my craft room. I'm going to pick it up because I've picked everything else up and show you that it is very light. The other thing I like is that it is stackable. The other thing I like a lot about it, it does fit on this printer stand. Now, what's on the top of this printer stand is probably the exception to that rule that I told you. If it's smaller, it comes with a smaller price tag. This one, not so much. But this is a print and cut in one machine. This is the Uninet iColor 250. So you can put sticker paper in there. You can put what's called BOP, which is like a poly type vinyl, and it prints and cuts in one, contour cuts the labels as they come out. So again, this one actually doesn't even need to probably be on top of the stand. I could probably fit it on here as well, but I did want you to see that this one is also portable. Now, There are some other portable type products that you could use that are a smaller version, and we will also talk about them. I don't have them shown here on this table because I kind of just had to pick the 5 or 6. How many do we have? We have 6 items here that I was going to show you, but there are a couple of other things as well. So depending on your preferences, if you're willing to kind of move stuff around, or maybe you have no interest in some of these or no need for it, other mini type things are the Prestige A4, which as you can see is a desktop size DTF printer. So that's an option there. You could also bump out any 1 or 2 of these and replace it with a white toner printer. So a white toner printer, while has a very small footprint, it is pretty heavy. I will tell you, I wouldn't consider it portable. Obviously, if you have maybe a helping hand, you could do it, but it's not something as light as any of these other things. However, what it does do is it's very versatile. So you can use this to make transfers. It is an A-B process, so 2-step process to print, and then you're going to apply the adhesive sheet, but again, you've got your heat press right here, so that would work for you. So again, there are a lot of options if you have a small space and you're looking for how you can basically maximize all of the different types of equipment that you have in one small space. So lots of options. Again, all of the links for everything that you see here in the description below.